This is Jack Fletcher, Media Productions, reporting live and direct in Derby, sponsored by BD8, Ormond UK, Nature First Gym City in LINSCO. I'm here with Derby's Ty Mitchell. Ty, how you doing?
Yeah, good mate, you?
Yeah, very well, thanks mate. Thanks for joining us on this glorious Sunday morning. Great to have you here.
Cheers mate, it's good to be here. It's good to be here.
So, dismantled Ben Croft at the Motorpoint Arena, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, straight on to Time Fighter in a fortnight's time. How are you feeling for it?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Because I had a Ben Croft fight before, it was a lot easier to just stay in because I was already fit for that fight. Fittest I've ever been in my life actually, not even as professional or semi-pro, so yeah, I was fit for it. So I'm just building on that really. These next few fights will be shorter rounds, higher pace. But yeah, I'm good, ready, yeah.
There's a couple of dangerous fighters in that Time Fighter. I think one of them is a guy called Stevie Taylor, who's got a fearsome reputation. Obviously, everybody knows about your reputation and how good you are as a boxer. Is there anybody concerning you in that tournament? Anyone you think that could give you a bit of a problem in there?
I don't know till you know with him, do you know what I mean? Styles make fights, they can fight completely different against me than against someone else, so they've all got potential to give me trouble. From what I've seen, like I said in the press conference, I reckon Roran Shepherd would probably give me the toughest task because he's very unorthodox. I think that Stevie Taylor's bigger and stronger, but he's very telegraphed. He throws hard every shot, and because he's not unorthodox, you know what he's going to come with, and coming forward throwing big hard shots, you're going to have to do a lot more than that to beat me, I feel. So there's the hardest thing to. The hardest opponents to face are them unorthodox ones because you don't really know what they're going to do, so you can't judge them. So yeah, we'll see on the night. I don't know. It depends what draw we get, who I get. I know I'm fighting first. I reckon I'll take care of business there, and then it's whoever we draw after that. So.
Yeah. So you've drawn Carl Thomas in the first matchup. Welshman, looks like a bit of a slugger. Looks like he can take a shot as well. You got a round prediction on that?
Probably the first.
First round stoppage.
Yeah, probably. I don't know because I don't know. He could have a granite chin. I just feel like from what I've seen on YouTube, I don't know how long ago it was, but from what I've seen, I see that I don't think I would find him hard to land on. And I feel like if I land you, it's only going to be one consequence because if I don't knock you out with the first one, I'll throw 3, 4, 5, and I should knock you out with them. But we'll see. He could be a lot better than I think, so I don't underestimate him. And I'm going to train hard and try hard. So
the prize pot's gone up to 15 grand. It was 10 originally, and then Nina announced that it was gone up to 15 grand now. How confident are you walking away with all this money?
Yeah, very confident. I believe in myself, and that doesn't mean I think they're not good. I think I'm like super amazing. I just have confidence in myself. I train hard, and I've fought and sparred at the top level, and I just can't see any of them posing a threat to me that I've never faced before and overcome. So yeah, I'm confident that I'll win the whole thing. Yeah.
I mean, so you've sparred the likes of Tyson Fury, Tony Bellew, Dillian White as well. Out of those guys, who's the toughest spar?
They all have their own attributes. Tyson's the best that will nullify me. So if I'm sparring with Tyson, he's the only person that can make me not hit him and make me feel like an amateur. Dillian's the most unorthodox, so he'll punch when he'll catch hook. So he's the most dangerous in the fact where I have to be very precise on how I spar him because if I make a mistake, I'm going to pay. He doesn't. Obviously, they don't come in there. We're sparring. We don't try and take each other. He doesn't try and smash my head in, and I don't try and smash. But at the same time as we're going there, we're fighting. We're throwing punches. Do you know what I mean? So if I make a mistake, I could get knocked out, and he's very you could be like throwing in the middle of a combination, and he just start letting off his combination. So he's the most dangerous. Tony Bellew, I find him the most awkward for me because he throws a lot of right hands and left hooks, which is for a southpaw is quite hard. So I just have to slow my pace down and just judge it.
Would you say it's a competitive spar, or because they're at the level they're at, majority of the time would you say that you're on the back foot?
No, it's back and forth on both of us. So in sparring, I won't try and take their head off, and they won't try and take my head off. But we go in, it's like a fight. But okay, so we're in there, we're fighting like it's a fight.
You're learning,
but we're learning at the same time. There's no like bad intentions. Do you know what I mean? But if we hit each other hard, we don't pull punches. But we don't say if one of us was to get caught, say if you're sparring someone and they wobble, you step back. Whereas in a fight, you push straight away. That's the kind of, it's just a different kind of mentality. But yeah, we're in there punching each other hard. Do you know what I mean? So
It's quite fortunate that you've got sparring partners of that calibre. I mean, how did that come about? Was that obviously because your old man's in the pro game?
I think it's just, I
The
think
relationship that got built over time.
it's, I met Huey through my dad's friend and my dad. Peter and my dad know each other, so me and Huey started sparring. So that's how I met Huey, and obviously I met Tyson through them. Obviously, I was never meant to spar Tyson, but I sparred him in cans because me and Huey were sparring. I cut Huey on the eye, so he couldn't spar. They had another sparring partner, I pasted him. So the only person was Tyson left, he wasn't meant to be sparring. Then me and him sparred, and I blacked his eye the first time I sparred him. And after that, we kind of earned each other's respect, and after that we got close, and he's always employed me for sparring, and we've become good friends. With Dylan, I don't even know how I know Dylan, you know, just someone you just know. And then
Can you not remember how you met him for the first time? Was it at a party? Was it at an event?
I can't remember. I just know him. You just know people, and I just know him. I don't even know where I've met him, how I know him. I just know him, and then we sparred, and we're just good mates. We just get on. And then Tony Bellew, he's not like I know him. We speak to each other, we get on, but he's not like my mate. I don't ring him up like I do with Tyson and Dylan. Tyson actually hooked that up. He was fighting Usyk, and Tyson said, "If you want good sparring for Usyk, I've got the perfect guy." And then they had me up for sparring. But it is fortunate to have him. But I've had to work my way there. It's not like I'm only there on respect. Do you know what I mean? Because I've had to stand in there and I've slugged it out. Whereas what other super middleweight is going to be fighting world class heavyweights and holding their own?
You've proven your worth in there.
Yeah. So I've had to take a lot of punches to the brain. Do you know what I mean?
You evaded a lot of punches as well.
I don't really get hit much, as you know. So, but yeah.
So, EBF, you fought in the EBF, you've had many fights in the EBF, you've won them all, nobody's really tested you. What next in the EBF? Are we going to continue the EBF journey? Is there anyone you'd want to fight, or has John Ashton got anything lined up?
You think you're smart, don't you? I don't know really what's to, obviously my next focus is this prize fighter. So that's all I'm focusing on at the minute. But it does beg the question, what am I going to do after? And the God's honest truth is, right now I don't know. I'll fight anyone. Like I say, everyone's asking for me and Lee Fletcher to fight. He's my friend, but if he wants to fight, I'll fight. I'm more than happy to fight. If he doesn't want to take the fight, more than happy to just, so either way, I won't back down from it. If that's what they probably want, don't think everyone's saying about weight. I'm not bothered. I'll give away 2, 3, 4, 5 stone. It doesn't matter. I spar heavyweights all the time. Giving away weight is nothing to me. But he might have other plans. He might have another avenue he wants to go down. He might have something in the pipeline. And let him do whatever he wants to do. It's his career. I think he's only got a couple of fights left, so he should finish it how he wants to finish it.
There's a massive weight difference as well.
Yeah, there's a massive weight difference, but I don't care about weight difference. It doesn't matter to me. I've sparred people that are light and it hard, and I've sparred people that are heavy in it. Like, do you know what I mean? Weight doesn't really make a difference to me. You get in there, you have a fight. Do you know what I mean? I grew up, say if you're out and about and you put someone in a gym and someone puts it on, you're not going to be like, oh, you're too heavy. You're like, get in there and have a fight. Do you know what I mean? But listen, it's his own career, it's his own path, and he might have a bigger plan and no one knows about it. He's got in the pipeline. Let him do what he wants. If he wants to fight, I'm more than happy to accept it. Don't worry about the weight difference. We'll have it. But if not, he's more than happy, and I wish him all the best in whatever he does. He's a nice man, and he's done a lot, and he's done a lot for people with issues and addictions and this and that. So he's done a lot, and I respect him a lot for that. And he's a really nice man. And he's got a beautiful family. Yeah.
So, what next for Ty Mitchell then? I mean, everybody's itching for you to go pro. There's a lot of legalities involved. It sounds very tricky. Is there any developments on that at all? Because, as well as myself, the whole of Derby, Nottingham, everybody wants you to see you turn over pro and hit the pro scene and move forward.
Yeah, it's just legal stuff takes ages, doesn't it? There's headway, but it's all getting a lot closer to getting finalised, whichever way it goes. But even if I'm just still doing the EBF stuff or whatever I'm doing, if people can take something from me that, look, I've not had the best past, but I've changed my life around and I do better. Do you know what I mean? Anyone can be in trouble, but boxing saves so many people's lives. There's a lot of people that say boxing's a violent sport and this and that, but it's saved a lot more lives than it's taken. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people learn discipline, respect, this and that. When I used to box when I was younger, I used to just do it just because I was good at it. Now I've got older, it's a different kind of thing. It's actually changed my life. It gives me discipline, structure, and it just gives me a different way of life. Boxing is not a sport, it's a way of life. Do you know what I mean? It's literally what I do. I am boxing like I've always done it my whole life, but it's like made me into a lot better person. If you take boxing correct, it'll make you a good person. If you disrespect boxing, you're gonna end up the other way. Do you know what I mean? So if what I've done in my past, and if even one kid or one person says, you know what, he's had a bad past, but he's refused to give up and refused to let his past dictate his future and the person he's becoming, then I've done something more. Do you know what I mean? Because I refuse to and loads of people have had bad pasts, and there's a lot of things I regret, and there's a lot of things that I've done in my past that I'm not proud of, but I'm still here. So if I can make a difference and make a change, then I'm doing something right. Do you know what I mean?
And you've got a son, Pharrell. I often see him on your Instagram stories. You look like an amazing dad. Is Pharrell going to be a boxer?
He make his own decisions, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? Me personally, I'd rather him be a doctor or a lawyer, or I'd like to make enough money that he didn't have to go in there, because it is. But I like him being in the gym. So regardless to whether or not he boxes, I think being in the gym and training is a good thing, because it gives you discipline and structure, and it gives you manners.
Does he pick the gloves up and?
Yeah. Like he's at that age where whatever daddy does, I want to do. So if I go and do a roly poly, he's gonna follow me and go and do a roly poly. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he's the best thing that ever happened to me. Do you know what I mean? He changed my life and saved my life. Do you know what I mean? So I owe a lot to him. He doesn't know it, but there's my world right there. Yeah.
So time fight, a couple of weeks' time. Can people still get tickets?
Yeah. If you want to get tickets, just get in touch, and we'll sort it out. There's more than enough tickets to go around. It could sell out, but as of yet, I think there's enough tickets. So if you want it, don't miss it. It'll be a big event. It'll be a good event, and I hope I get as much support. Because to be honest with you, this is why I always put statuses out saying how thankful I am to people that buy a ticket, because it's not cheap. Life's expensive enough as it is, but people are paying to give your dream a chance. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be. I'll be forever indebted to everybody that's bought a ticket, and it honestly humbles me and really means a lot. So thank you to everyone. And if you could come and support, I'd appreciate it. If you can't afford it, listen. There's a lot of things I can't afford, you know what I mean? So I appreciate your support regardless.
You got any sponsors that you want to thank?
Yeah, Adam Smith Smith's Marina Bar always pays for my kit, always helps me. Applied Nutrition, so all my supplements. And D-Shoe does my sports massages, and they are really good, like they're the best. Sometimes you come there, you saw this and that, do you know what I mean? And he sorts me out every time, so thank you to all of them.
So it's been great talking to you. Thanks for talking to Jack Fletcher Media Productions. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.